It's finally time. I'm going green. Finally, I feel like I've been waiting to have green hair for like 2 months now. I don't know how long it's actually been, but it feels like it's been a long time. So, because my hair is already blue, I'm not just going to put green on it because it wouldn't work. So I'm going to see if putting yellow on it will work. It might not be light enough to get very much color payoff with the yellow, but this could be a multi-stage process. Or it could just work. We'll find out. This is like 2 weeks, maybe 5 washes worth of fading on the last one, which actually, I'm going to section a little bit out of the way first, which is actually, it faded more than I thought it would. That's what I'm getting at. It's okay. I didn't really want it to stick around. So, green. I don't really feel like going in and doing the roots with a brush, so I'm just going to try to glob it on and hope for the best. Because again, realistically, this is probably going to be, let's click the doodad, going to be a multi-stage kind of process. Phase 1. Here we go. Using strawberry leopard yellow. It looks like it's going to be a really disgusting color. We'll find out. I couldn't be bothered to put my hair dye shirt on because I don't think this color is going to stain this shirt. At least not too badly. Yeah, this might not be the green of my dreams. To start with, at least. But oh well. Gotta knock out more of the blue. Right now, that's the focus. And if I don't quite get the roots, then it is what it is. So we went for a little family ski trip. My neighbor, cat sat fell for me. Oh, it was funny. It was like the ideal cat sitting situation because I was gone for like 28 hours and she came over 3 times, even though she only had to feed him twice, and sent me 14 pictures. And yeah, they both had a good time, even though despite that, he tried really hard when I got home to convince me that he'd been neglected. I'm like, no, that's a lie. You can't manipulate me into thinking you've been neglected. She took better care of you than I would. Cats, you know how cats are. Well, some of you know how cats are. The endless suffering that he goes through. Oh my god, it's so sad. It's such a tragic life. Anyway, yeah, family ski trip went well enough. It was snowing quite. It wasn't my peak conditions because I'm a prissy little skier and I like conditions to be just so. And they weren't just so, but it was still pretty good. Although my brother, I've told him I've disowned him. He tricked me. Well, I knew, but I let him convince me to go down a run from the summit down the backside that normally I don't take because the last time I went down it, I ended up taking an offense and losing a ski and etc. Like, I'm not doing it's gonna be bad. I'm not gonna do it. I don't want to do it. They're like, oh, it was fine. My sister-in-law, she did it last time and it was fine. She got down. I'm like, okay, sure. And so yeah, it was not fine. I ended up basically having to sidestep down because it was really steep, like a foot of powder over top of my skis, and I don't like that. And I get that that's some people's kind of skiing, but that is not my kind of skiing. I don't enjoy that. Yeah. And if I'm going too slow, because I'm wearing glasses underneath my goggles, so if I go too slow, then my glasses fog up and I literally cannot see a thing, which happened. Yeah. So him and I and 3 of the kids went down it. Everybody fell except for me, even though you couldn't say I was actually skiing. It was just, again, guys stepping down the freaking mountain. God, like, you're no longer my brother. I have only my brother. God. Yeah, my other brother, his kids are a bit younger. The youngest is like 6, so she's old enough to learn, but I don't think they ever will take their kids skiing because my sister-in-law is from Manitoba, the Flatlands, so she doesn't ski. It's doubtful. It's doubtful his kids will ever learn, which is too bad because it'd be fun if everybody could go. But my parents only lasted until maybe 1 o'clock. But it was the first time they'd been out since the before times. The last time I went with them was March of 2020, so just before everything locked down. And you know, my dad's had 2 hip replacements since then. And yeah, if you're not skiing, you lose your muscles and your confidence. A lot of it is just the confidence. Like, as soon as you start feeling scared, then it's all over. You're screwed. Yeah. But this is why I took my own vehicle, so I could go for as long as I wanted to. Also, we went to some bougie, well, I call it bougie, it wasn't really actually bougie. Went to a restaurant to eat, which normally my cousin and I, she's the one I usually go with, we just go to like the cafeteria, split a burger and fries. Yeah, the restaurant we went to had truffle fries, and I was not a fan. Like toss some truffle oil or whatever, but then all I could taste for literally the rest of the day was truffles. Yeah. I like mushrooms, but I guess not on my potatoes. I'm particular about my potatoes. Okay. This, I'm not super confident about the color I'll get out of this. I think it'll be green. It might just not be a nice green. We shall see. But anyway, I've got how many different kinds of green do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got like 6 different shades of green that I could try to put over this. Maybe more than 6. I just kind of got sick of counting. Anyway, that's that. I'll leave this on for some amount of time and be back. This is not it. It's not it. I really did not think the yellow would come through quite so strongly. So yeah, this is not it. Yeah, it's way too yellow and not dark enough. But as I said, 1 step in the process. So I've actually already got my next color mixed up, but you gotta wait until next week. So tune in for that.